Cast crankshaft i5. No. So after 1 hour of questionable engineering choices, I decided to test the car on track to see the progress we had made up to that point. Oh, it is very quick! Oh shit!
I feel a great disturbance in the farts.
Oh, it kinda wants to spin out. I'm not even accelerating. Look at that. That is not good. Having evaluated the areas of the car that were in need of slight revisions, we went back to the drawing board, and 1 hour later, we were done. Since the car was suffering from a terrible disease called snap oversteer, we added aero to increase rear grip and narrowed the front tires to make the car less snappy. And as you can see, it worked. In fact, it worked a little too well. It's not turning, it's not turning, it's not turning, it's not turning, still not turning. But after 3 hours of streaming, I called it a day. A day with negative progress and many lost brain cells. Over the next couple days, and with the help of Philman, I was hard at work trying to make the thing actually drivable. Well, it turns out that some parts in automation are completely broken when you export them to BeamNG. For example, you may think that carbon fiber wheels and maximum tire quality would result in the best possible cornering performance. But as seen on stream, it makes the car handle like complete shit. The fix? Using steel wheels and zero tire quality. And this stuff really pisses me off. I don't know if it's automation's fault or BeamNG's fault, but whatever the case, these goofy issues need to be fixed. Anyways, with those big issues addressed, the car was already so much better to drive. But it still wasn't fast. I was getting 3-minute 50-second laps, while the competition was 20 seconds faster. So I got back to work, and after adding more downforce, optimizing the power curve, and most importantly, painting it baby blue, the car was finally done. With a 3-litre twin-turbo V16 engine, by the way, the turbos are just there for fuel efficiency, over 1.5 tons of downforce, which is just like having your mum sitting on the car, and 2 balls, I had really high expectations for its performance on the track, and boy, did it deliver. With lap times as fast as 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and 4 days left for training, I was feeling really good about the race. Until Philman asked me about the progress for the other team. What other team? Turns out that I needed another car and a bunch of drivers for the LMP2 class. So I got back to work, made a baby version of the LMH car, and took a couple kids out of the basement just for the race. And with 1 day left and 0 training, we were finally ready. Gentlemen, welcome to the stream. We should be finally live. But how was I supposed to race for 24 hours straight? He's not a person, he is the the Keith.
Can I please have food now?
Yeah, I cloned myself. Though I made the mistake of performing the duplication process before practicing on track. So I had to teach him how to drive with just 1 hour left until the race. To avoid thinking about it close to the start, I wanted to join the race's BeamNP server and teach him how to drive there. But unfortunately, that night, BeamNP had other plans. For some people, the main BeamNP servers had been down for almost half a day. If we couldn't connect, that would mean that all the work we had done over the past couple weeks would have gone to waste. So I ordered Keith to teach himself how to race while I scrambled to find a solution. Fast forward 40 minutes, and Keith still couldn't drive, and I still hadn't found a solution. At that point, all hope seemed to be lost, until I remembered there was still one thing I hadn't tried. Gentlemen, what if we did a VPN? And guess what? Update found. No way, guys, it's working. It actually worked, all thanks to today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN, which literally made all of this possible. By using Surfshark, I was able to change my virtual location from Italy, where BeamNP wasn't working, to Switzerland, which for some reason wasn't affected by these issues. Being this a 24-hour race, as well as a 24-hour stream, Surfshark was gonna get properly put to the test. And let me tell you, it never failed once. Unlike our car. On top of being very reliable, Surfshark is also extremely fast. Despite the BeamNP server being across the ocean, and despite me live streaming at 1440p 60 FPS, my ping was just 100 milliseconds, which is really good for a VPN. And gaming is just one of the many benefits you get from using Surfshark. With data encryption and over 100 countries, you can safely access foreign content libraries, get around geo restrictions, and make sure your private information stays private. Surfshark works on all major platforms, and unlike other VPNs that limit you to just a couple of devices, you can use Surfshark on as many devices as you want. And you can have all this at an incredible price. To get 3 months for free, go to surfshark.deals/Muya and use code MUYA. And if you change your mind, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying it out. That's surfshark.deals/Muya, and you can find it in the description. And with just 5 minutes until the start, we finally had our car on the grid. Being this a 24-hour race, there was going to be an insane amount of silly moments, so make sure to watch till the end if you don't want to miss the best ones. Finally, everything was good, but unfortunately, all of this relieved pressure from finally being able to join the race made me fall into a relaxed state of mind, which at the race countdown led to this. Or, you know what, I have my slave can deafen me. Okay, I will submit myself. Are we starting? Oh, f***. Oh, shit. No, I can't believe it. I messed up the start.
With Philman's car.
Yeah, even if I tried, I simply could not have done anything more stupid than whatever that was. But anyways, the race had begun, which meant that there was no choice other than saving the penalty for later and catching up to the competition. And by the way, each pit is minimum 3 minutes long. And as you have just witnessed, each penalty adds 1 extra minute on top of that. And thanks to the sheer speed of our vehicular device and some questionable racing from the other teams, we were now in first place. Only the Muya team is going. We're first! Will they let us through? Swear to God, what the f-
What? You didn't touch him.
I was now in first place. Unfortunately, first place didn't last long. Yes, I did technically overtake Philman again, but then I completely forgot to take my penalties. I forgot to take the penalty in the pits. Meaning, I was not in first place anymore. Jesus, we're idiots. So after the second lap, I took the exit for the pits, ready to serve my penalties. We have a limit of 60 kilometers per hour in the pits. And guess what I did just after explaining that there was a speed limit in the pits?
Isn't it 80? 60.
I went over it, earning me another sweet penalty. And after serving our time, we were back at the races. After a couple corners, we got into our first battle. What the fuck is he doing? This was one of the LMP2 cars, which for some reason had a higher top speed than our LMH car. I don't know where the f he is. Yeah, I got distracted and forgot to brake. But luckily, thanks to our instant torque, we got right back and sniffing his ass. And just like that, he snap oversteered and we came flying past. A couple minutes later, we got up to our own LMP2 car. Oh guys, this is our team. Here they are. Which I don't think knew we were behind them. You see, mirrors exported from automation don't work, which unfortunately led to moments like this. Let's pass them on the inside. Luckily, after all that action, we finally had some time to chill and engage in deeply intellectual conversations. Gentlemen, this is how professional racers, keep cool. Blow me. I mean, not in that way. I need to pee, guys. Do I pee myself? But this time of peace came to an end when this happened.
Oh shit.
What the f was that? Bro, come on. Anyways, we gone back to driving, caught up, and finally had the chance to come past them. Get smoked.
Literally 1 corner later.
And finally had the chance to come past them. 10 seconds later though, their big brother appeared, and he was keen to overtake us. Since this team sacrificed downforce for a higher top speed, he eventually managed to overtake us. But since this team sacrificed downforce for a higher top speed, we eventually managed to overtake him. Oh, he spun! He spun!
Jesus! That was so close.
After all that drama, I really hoped for some smooth sailing. Sadly though, the little hope I had left got completely shattered in front of my eyes. No. Alongside the car's steering. And as a result, my wheel started shaking quite aggressively. Oh, it fixed. No, it didn't. By the way, it was 2 AM. la Madonna, So guys, make sure to smash like. Of course, I had to pit to get the car fixed. Bro, we need to pit. And of course, I completely forgot about it.
When I'm awake, you can go sleep.
So to mitigate the intense vibrations, I tried to lower my force feedback on the fly. Okay, I'll try to decrease force feedback on the fly. No. And as if that wasn't enough, I was about to do something even more stupid. I accidentally pressed the home button, which instantly teleported me at the starting line. This could have gone so much worse. After that, the following hour was pretty chill. I'm not doing that bad of a job. Okay, man. That is bad. Going a bit too quick for the pits. Feed. Bro. But after 3 hours of intense racing, I was cooked. Oh, vaffanculo. Which meant that it was finally time for Keith to exhibit his inhumane level of skill.
Place them on.
And he's at 60 kilometers. 60, what the f are you doing? You know what? Since it's basically his first time, we'll let it slide. And especially since he now knows the rule, I'm sure he won't do it again. Right?
Oh yeah, Keith, this is hell of a show.
It was in fact a hell of a show. And after 1 hour of driving, Keith actually started to show his first signs of brain activity.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Which led him to catch up to an LMH car and even overtake it.
That was not fun.
Later in that lap, he also called them drunk driving and going off the track limits. For some reason, this profoundly pissed him off.
Dude, what was that? You gotta stop. This dude is not gonna catch my ass.
And with this newly found motivation to drive and excel, he was ready to tear up the racetrack.
What?
And if that wasn't weird enough, then this happened.
Gave the policeman €183.04 to face her
My boy Arson stole mommy's credit card and donated 200 hard-earned dolans to my underpaid stunt double while I was knocked out unconscious. And guess what? It happened again. Good morning, Arson. And again. With 3/4 of the race to go and approximately 9 seconds of sleep, I returned.
Oh my god.
And understandably, I wasn't in the best of moods. Listen up, you little shit. Anyways, it was now time for me to start my second shift. And since I had some catching up to do, I went full beast mode. I forgot a glove. Move your ass. Towards hour 7 though, we actually started to show the first signs of insanity. Can you say banana and then what is that? Binary wise. And so 1 hour later, I decided to go back to sleep and let Keith have some fun. You know what though? He was actually pulling off some genuinely okay driving. But that was about to change. And this time, not because of a skill issue. You see, there was a massive problem on the horizon. Literally.
Why is the sun... What? The sun is up in the sky. Why is it so dark?
As the sun was coming down, the road kept getting darker
Ah, this is so hard.
and darker
It's getting difficult.
and darker.
Nah, dude.
And as if that wasn't already bad enough, this happened.
You finished.
My service provider had an outage and Keith got disconnected from the server, which meant that I had to be woken up seconds after falling asleep to provide tech support. Man, can I just leave? Can I just leave? What the fuck is this? And man, being awake for almost 30 hours and with more than 12 hours of racing to go, I was starting to doubt that we could actually finish the race. After fixing the Wi-Fi, people started gifting memberships to celebrate our return. 20 memberships. This was such a wholesome moment, but it quickly turns out that this was all being done as a means of torture. You see, YouTube's membership gifting system makes the funny robot voice I use freak out. The result? We had to endure constantly hearing the robot voice saying random ass names for hours on end. Knowing that we were halfway through gave us as much relief as it did terror. You see, those past 12 hours had been rough, and knowing that we had to endure the same amount of time all over again was genuinely frightening. Also, I just realized that you may be wondering what position we were in. And guess what? We were wondering the same thing. Since BeamNG has no real race system implemented, we were manually counting the distance we had driven. And at the end of the race, we would then get all together, count up the miles, and see who had clocked in the most. Though not gonna lie, finishing first seemed impossible to me, since I was clinically sleep deprived and had atrocious visibility, which led me to continuously ride the curbs and explode the tires. We popped a tire! I can't believe it! And at first, it was just the curbs. Then it was the walls. It is terrible to drive. Well, now it's even fucking worse. And finally, it was our teammates. Don't tell me I hit them. Fuck! I hit them again! Yeah, my driving was quickly deteriorating. And soon, I realized why. I had not eaten a proper meal for almost 18 hours. So with that assessed, I sent Keith to go hunt for some food while I tried my hardest to stay awake. And 20 minutes later, he was back.
Look at the stains.
Stonehenge. And with a full belly and stage 5 sleep deprivation, I fucked off and left Keith to do what he does best.
No. What? Burnout? I'm barely going.
While Keith was busy crashing, one of the other cars decided to entertain everyone by escaping the Matrix.
There are certainly people within the Matrix machine that you can't attack.
Man, even our NMP2 team decided to step in and entertain the viewers. Though unfortunately, it would be at the cost of Keith.
Keith.
What?
Press the orange button on top.
Bro.
So our car loads
Yeah,
in.
press orange button.
No, fucking hell, no, guys. Guys! No, you didn't!
No, it's loading. Wait.
It's just loading, bro. Don't worry. This shit is deviant.
No, guys.
What?
The game died!
F in the chat, bro.
In the meantime, I was struggling to get sleep, as I kept hearing crashing sounds from the other side of the house. Guys, I can't fucking sleep, cause that idiot of Keith keeps crashing. And after 2 hours of still not being able to close an eye, I finally gave up and came back.
Jesus Christ!
Now, I may have failed to sleep, but guess who was absolutely dreaming? This is fake, man. While we are struggling. Anyways, despite the unhealthy lack of sleep, me and Keith were about to attempt something truly revolutionary. Something that no men had ever dared to try. An in-motion switcheroo. Go. Keep pressing the accelerator.
Yes.
Aha! Look at that! We had done the impossible, but unfortunately at the cost of precious energy. And in fact, 1 lap later... How many hours are ahead of us? Fucking hell! Oh yeah, we're fucked. And man, at this point, I couldn't take it anymore. Mentally, all of these mistakes were destroying my will to keep on racing. And physically, Keith's burrito farts were shutting down my respiratory system.
I need a farty.
Oh shit, man, this one stinks. 6 hours left, eh? I guess there was no other choice but to keep on racing.
Muye likes big black balls as my beer.
This was hard though, especially since we couldn't see anything. And it wasn't just hard for us.
What the f?
In fact, at this point it had been over 9 hours of nighttime. And with no signs of it getting brighter, I quickly realized that whatever mischievous creature created this Le Mans mod had probably made the mistake of setting a 12-hour day and night cycle. After that, with just 4 hours left, I decided to let Keith behind the wheel for one last time. And man, he was absolutely on fire. You know what else was on fire? The sun, which unfortunately was starting to come up again. But despite the complete lack of visibility, it meant that there was light at the end of the tunnel. And as the very good teammate I am, I decided to force feed him some juice, so that he could keep on racing for just a bit more.
Dude, if you don't tilt the bottle...
And man, it actually worked! Alright, time to switch. And being more sleep deprived than a Romanian truck driver, there was some pretty goofy moments. What the What a fucking idiot! Stay on one side, no?
This is a story about an incredible primate.
Ouch. Esto se bien. Esto no es cosa buena.
Te quiero una pregunta, señora.
E ci sono bene tutte la stessa cosa che parlare catalano. Oh shit! Oh! No! My wheel! And before we knew it, the race had finished.
It's happening soon.
It is about to drop.
Oh yeah, it's done.
It is done. Gentlemen, the race is over. After all that agony, rule breaking, problem solving, but also joy, we're first! Determination, and display of sheer skill, it was finally over. Now, all that was left to do was simply finish the lap and wait for everybody else, so we could then count up the distances and find out who had won. Of course, instead of peacefully driving to the finish line, I did this. What are they doing again? And a couple corners later, we had finally done it.
We fucking did it! We did it!
We fucking did it! And now, it was finally time for the results. Second place in LMH, and second place in LMP2. We'll take it. I have to admit, this was one of the experiences of all time. In my 20 years of existing, I have rarely pushed myself this hard, both physically, by not sleeping, talking for hours, and turning a wheel, and mentally, by driving as fast as I could, while keeping you guys entertained. Now, after the race was over, it turns out that some people from the other teams had cheated by using constant downforce, which made them significantly faster. In all honesty though, I don't want to close off this video by talking about some basement dwellers cheating in a fake car race, and I would rather dedicate the last few seconds to thank all the people that made this the incredible show that it was. So Philman, thank you for putting all this together. Channel members and credit card stealers, thank you for supporting us. Viewers, thank you for watching. And Surfshark VPN, thank you for saving our ass. And if you too want the best VPN at the best price, the link is in the description.